I'm going to share the story of what our team did, work from home, work from the office, and how we managed it through the pandemic. And I just want to disclaim this. This is not true for every company. This story just relates to how our company worked and what we thought was best for us. So the pandemic hit and we sent virtually everybody in the office home, except for our COO and our VP of HR. And all of our employees in production had to come in every day because we were deemed an essential business. So we tried to structure our work to be 100% remote and do as much as we could, not being in the office and not being together. Many of us took on roles because we had to downsize because we weren't sure what was going to happen. And what we found is with production coming in and certain folks coming in, it really created an us and them culture that as an executive team, we were struggling with. Our executive team would meet every morning, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to try to talk about what was going on, what we should do about it, what we were hearing, what was going on in the world, what was going on from a health perspective, how our teams were managing through it. A lot of unknowns, more than any other role I've ever had. And after about a month, we were really struggling with the way that our work was happening and the way that our teams were connecting and the struggle that was happening between this us and them approach. And so we brought everybody back to the office after 6 weeks. Now, our culture is one of more impromptu, tribal knowledge, working together to get things done, everybody get in a room and figure it out. We're not really a culture of structured meetings and teams and video chats. That's just not how we've always operated. So what did we do? We moved people into separate offices. We created a lot of space. My team took over an office space in the front of a manufacturing area that nobody had ever used before. And we all had private offices to keep people separated. We had a lot of challenges thrown at us and things were changing month to month. So some days we had certain rules, some days we had other rules. Some days we took our temperature, some days you wore a mask, some days you could have visitors, some days you couldn't. We just managed through all of that and did the best we could with the information we had. And it's not true for every company, but for a lot of small companies, the ability to work through these things together just required a different approach. And I think it helped us as a team manage through it. I think we needed each other through all of those confusing things, and to be able to have those conversations as a group in person was really critical to us. It limited who we could hire. Some people did not want to come and work in an environment where they couldn't be remote. So it wasn't for everybody, and we totally got that. We had to be flexible when people got sick or their spouses got sick or they weren't sure if they were sick, and how do we manage if you're in the office or not? I think the key to remember is that there is no one right way. Every company is different. Every culture is different. The people that work there are different, and we need to be flexible.